Hey, hello. Thanks for taking 5 with me, Wolf Gorlick. A few minutes riffing on IT and IT security. Today, looking at how to run a successful pilot. But first, late breaking news. I got Disney Plus. It's kind of cool. I'm catching up on all the Star Wars movies. There's a new Clone Wars season out, so I'm watching that. I'm just having a good time in the great pause that is the pandemic. But one thing, of course, that we can all admire about Disney is the original Walt Disney, who was fantastic at design, right? Fantastic at creativity, fantastic at bringing things to life. And one of the things that was his hallmark, his trademark, was effectively playing 3 roles in any meeting. He would be the dreamer, or he'd be the critic, something's wrong, or he'd be the realist. How are we actually going to get this done? And the tip for you is this: you need to include all 3 of those types of people, all 3 of that type of thinking in your pilot. If you're going to do a POC or a trial software service, you've got to have all 3. You can't just have the dreamer. And we all know this guy. This is the person who starts every meeting by telling you about how wonderful it is, what the future looks like, where this plays a role in the big picture. Don't try and ask this person for any details. Don't try and ask this person to attend all the meetings because they're really busy, and the details will come naturally, as long as you all understand the big picture vision. The dreamer is incredibly important. Usually higher up stakeholder that gets things done. So generally we don't necessarily have problems with getting the dreamer involved. Generally where we struggle is if we rely too much on the dreamer for the hands-on type of stuff. The realist is usually who runs the pilot, right? I download the software, or I sign up on the software as a service page. I click go, I'm in, life is good. And he's the one who's going to tinker. She's the one who's going to come up with how we're going to use this. This is the person who wants to know how everything works and makes it work. However, trouble with the realist is if they don't include the dreamer or they don't include the critic. Because the dreamer is the one who sees the big picture and can oftentimes get resources and get pushed forward. The critic is the one who's going to shoot holes in things. And you'd be like, oh, wait, whoa. I don't want someone shooting holes in my POC. This is my moment to shine. I want to play and I want to explore. I don't want this person being critical and asking what's missing and what's wrong and debating with me about whether or not it'll work. I don't want that, right? And so that's natural reaction among the realists, the people who are really excited about the pilot and who are running it. The problem is we get the POC done and we move into a pilot and move into production, and that's when we talk to the critics, because when we have to. And they blow holes in it, and next thing you know, our trial, which was looking so good, is now on the skids because he's complaining or she's pointing out issues and they are not happy, and now we have issues. However, we can avoid a lot of these things if we invite the critic in during that trial period, during the POC period, and get them vetted, get them vested, get them engaged, and address some of those issues. That way they're not sniping at the end, and that way the natural IKEA effect, again, you've heard me talk about IKEA on these videos. I love the IKEA effect, where someone participates in a decision, therefore is more vested and thinks the decision's better. Therefore the IKEA effect kicks in and pushes things forward. So, in summary, one of Disney's creative tricks was to have the dreamer, the realist, and the critic in meetings to help get the things done. Oftentimes Walt himself, which seems schizophrenic, but I wasn't there. I'll leave that to history. When you're doing a POC of software as a service or a security product, and you're trying to figure out where it fits and where it goes, all of us tend to gravitate towards that realist, the person who can get things done and understands how things work. It's vitally important we engage the dreamer to set the big picture and help us contextualize where this fits. And oftentimes take care of roadblocks that will come down the way when we start talking about budget and everything else. And engage the critics so they don't snipe us at the end. What else works for good POCs? What am I missing? Comment, social media, hit me up.